This episode is brought to you by John Blake Sales Breakthrough Solutions, helping you to at least double the amount of leads that you get that convert into paying clients.
Welcome to the Master Dealmaker's Secrets podcast. And now, here's sales growth strategist, John Blake.
Welcome to Master Dealmaker Secrets. I'm John Blake. This is episode 175, and today we are going to be showcasing the top books that have had the biggest influence on my professional, my business, and my sales career. And we have got some absolute gems in store for you over the next few episodes. But before we do that, I want you to head over to johnblakeaudio.com. What you'll get there is my step-by-step process for converting people that you've spoken to, that you've made an offer to, but haven't bought yet. How to convert those people, those prospects, into paying clients. This is a massive untapped opportunity in almost every single business that I talk to. And people often just don't talk to those people because they don't know what to say. They don't want to appear pushy. They don't know how much is too much. They don't know what to say when they speak to them. They don't know what to write in emails. And so I've solved all of that for you. I'm giving you that whole piece of my system for free. So if it's over at johnblakeaudio.com, you'll get a 15-minute audio that walks you through exactly what to say, exactly what to write, exactly what to ring, and most importantly, when to ring, what to say when you get through, what to say if you get someone's voicemail, what to say in your emails, and exactly when to call and email over a 90-day period. And if you put this into practice, in fact, you don't even have to put it into practice yourself. You can teach it to somebody and get them to do it, like a VA or a PA or an EA, and they will get the result for you. It is that simple, and it is just, as I said, hidden money in your business, ready to go. It's over at johnblakeaudio.com. Go grab that, put it into practice, and let me know how you go. I'd love to hear how you go with your results. Okay, so really excited because I was thinking about what has made the biggest difference for me in my development, in my business. I've been coaching now for 20 years, nearly 20 years, and I've been in sales for over 35 years, and there have been a handful of books that have had a massive, massive influence on me and my ability to be able to grow my own business, but also my ability to be able to grow my client's business. And one of those books, the one that we're going to start with, is an absolute gem, and it is called The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. Now, sadly, Chet Holmes passed away a few years ago, but there is so much, as you can see, I've bookmarked it, and it's just so much. It's kind of been worn out. I think this might even be my second copy. But there's just so much in this particular book that you can apply. And I mean, just to give you some sort of an idea, he talks about there really being 12 strategies. So having relentless focus on 12 strategies. So he talks about the analogy of martial arts. A lot of people who listen to the podcast want to know what we do over at Master Dealmaker Secrets. And effectively what we do is we work with sales professionals and business owners all over the world who are seeing massive increases in their top line sales revenue. So we help business owners and sales professionals to effectively focus on the three key drivers to growing sales revenue in your business. The first one is controlling the message that you send out into the marketplace so that potential clients see and hear and read what you do as an opportunity as opposed to your competitors. The second thing that we do is we help you to create a direct path to the 20% of your ideal clients that will deliver 80% of the revenue. So everyone knows the 80-20 rule. We help you to develop a direct path to the 20% of the people that are going to give you 80% of your sales revenue in your business. And the third thing that we allow you to do, that we create a process for, is for you to be able to double the amount of leads that you get that convert into paying clients. So if this is of interest, we do have an application-only process to become involved in this particular program. And to get to there, all you need to do is to go to www johnblakescall.com. So it's JOHNBLAKESCALL.com, and there's a couple of questions to answer there, and then what you'll do is get on a quick conversation with me, and I can find out a little bit more about what you've got going on in your business and see potentially whether what you are doing would be a fit for what we could help you with. And at that point, I can extend an invitation if it's a fit, and you can make the choice to come on board or not. So that's the opportunity. That would be the next step if you're looking at how you can take things to the next level. If you're enjoying what you're hearing on the podcast, if you're getting value from it, I invite you to do that, and I will look forward to talking to you. The website is www.johnblakescall.com. Talk to you soon. You would fear somebody who had practiced one technique 1,000 times than somebody who had 1,000 techniques and they'd only practiced them once. And the probably the biggest, I mean, there's templates that you can use in terms of email, but I would say one of the biggest things that I got out of this book is what we call education-based marketing. And this has totally transformed my ability to be able to connect with ideal clients, but also a way for my clients to show up in a really powerful professional way that allows them to get in front of and convert their clients. So the whole idea of education-based marketing, showing up with valuable information that solves your prospects' problems rather than showing up with a pitch, is super powerful. It talks about the market for any product, which is something that I've certainly built in to what I teach people in my one-day professional sales masterclass workshop, and a crucial tool that I use with people that I work with. It talks about repetition as it relates to training. It talks about cold calling. It talks about the different strategic advantages that education-based marketing gives you. There is just so much. There's a strategy for trade shows. There's getting through to the gatekeeper. He talks about his sales process. But there's just so much to be learned from this particular book that I've translated a whole bunch of it into my business. And as I said, I've used that and customized a lot of what's in there for the clients that I work with. So that would be my tip for this week, the Ultimate Sales Machine. If you got value out of today, if you have had a chance to look at the book, or you just like the fact that I've covered a book that has some really good answers in there, please give me some feedback, because I'm considering doing more of these book reviews, the books that have really shaped my business and the direction that I've gone in terms of how I teach sales and business and how I coach my clients. If you've got value out of today, I'd love for you to write a comment or just drop me a line, either at john@john-blake.com.au, or you can just go to the contact form on my website, which if you do a Google search for John Blake Sales, you'll find it. I hope you got value out of today, and as always, thank you very much for listening, and I will talk to you on the next podcast. Cheers.
You've been listening to Master Dealmaker Secrets with John Blake. Subscribe to get more in-depth strategies and maximize your sales process with new episodes every other week. And double your inquiry to sale conversion with the lead flow you already have. Go to johnblakeaudio.com for his exclusive, free, no-fluff audio training and companion PDF guide.